Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And we are going to continue with my iconic album series. It's going to be the last chapter. I'm not going to be doing any more. I'm not going to be doing the 2000s and 10s or anything above that. Now, I'm doing this in a little bit of a different format. I did something else during that. I did that four-parter, and I do apologize for using this pretty much the same the same thumbnail for four videos in a row. Just it was just a little bit easier. It saved some time. I was able to put a little making a little bit longer videos, and I know people are not really interested. I'll give people time to catch up on that. I know there are longer videos. I try to keep it short, like this one here. So I'm not gonna. I really want to try to keep this short to give the run as I go along, and just give my little 2 cents of what I want, what I don't, what I have, what I want, and when there's the stuff I don't really want, and you'll see there's quite a bit of it. I'm just not going to say much. I'll talk about other things in the meantime. But yeah, let's just we'll start, okay? And so the man in me, of course, is the was where I was going to get the source for some of these videos, and then I would look at other sources to make sure. So far, I'm not crazy for some of this stuff. I'm not as familiar with this. This stuff I don't want. Like, no boy bands. I'm not into boy bands. This album, okay, I'm going to just pause it here for a second, right? This album in particular, these are the two albums I have from the Hives, okay? I have Barely Legal and I have Tyrannosaurus Hives. This album, okay, that I'm showing right now, okay, that album, Vendi VD Vicious, is their best album, in my opinion, and my brother's opinion, and I don't have it. I desperately want it. It's the action. I gave this album as a choice for as my next request for my full album reaction with Patreon with Larry Graves, because Larry Graves has a Patreon where he does full album reactions, and he does song reactions, and I've been giving him some. So I gave him some stuff. He hasn't gotten around to it yet. I'm not expecting it soon, but whenever he gets to it, I'll be happy. I I'm curious of what he thinks of it. It's less than 30 minutes long. It's less than 30 minutes long. It's like 27 minutes long, and So it's a really cool album. I like I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he heard it before, but I know he's gonna like it. I'm pretty sure he will. So okay, let's continue before I drag this out too much. Okay, so as we go along, yeah, I'm not interested. Yeah, so that's pretty much me saying I'm not interested. No, I am interested. Deftones, I do want to get into them. Coldplay, I do like Coldplay. I will get some Coldplay, but Deftones, I know they're Ryby's Ryby's favorite band. So, and I do like them. I'm not into Ryan Adams. I do like them, and I do want to get them for sure. Absolutely. Radiohead. I need to do some more sampling, but I'm sure that Radiohead is something I want to get. Wu-Tang Clan, nope, nope. And Rage Against the Machine, eventually, I wouldn't mind getting into those. Those are great. Nope, not interested in J Lo. But yeah, so far nothing I own. I'm not interested in that. Nope. Like I said, I'll get this for Daft Punk. I like this stuff. Daft Punk is pretty good. Ramstein. There we go. There's the first one. There's one now that I do own. Okay. So again, Radiohead. I'll get some Radiohead. Alicia Keys. Not interested. Not really. No. The Strokes, yeah, I would give some Strokes. I like this. Yeah. Now Slipknot, I respect them, and I mildly they're okay, but no, I System of Down, yeah, possibly eventually I would get some of that. Ja Rule, nope, nope, yeah, nope. So many that I don't want. And if I give you a little history of the for the 2000s, okay, I was in Montreal. for the whole entire decade of the 2000s, I barely listened to music. I was barely focusing on music. I liked the stuff that I grew up on, definitely, okay, but none of this stuff that you're seeing now on screen here is I'm curious, that I don't want. Nothing here so far. I'm not interested in Eminem, you know. He's just I already told you the ones that I do want. I'm not into Maroon 5. They're not a band I like at all. I don't mind Red Hot Chili Peppers. I want to hear more of their stuff. I get more Red Hot Chili Peppers. I get more Coldplay. I don't mind Coldplay. I know people rag on them, but I actually like them. I like Beck. I'll get more Beck because I appreciate his music and I do like it. Foo Fighters, yeah, eventually I'll probably start getting some Foo Fighters, but not for a while. Justin Timberlake, no, no, no. You see, so far, this was the only one that's mentioned that I have. They're not mentioning anything else that I have. you know, just to goes to show that the 2000s were just not. No, no. I had this. I had this. I got rid of it. I got rid of it. Nope. I'm not interested in that band. They don't appeal to me. White Stripes. There we go. There we go. I do have the Elephant for sure. Deftones? Yeah, I want to get into Deftones. Absolutely. I know they're good and I love them. Beyonce? Nope. Nope. So that's two so far. So far. 3 Days Grace? Maybe. I don't mind them. They're okay. I'm not familiar with them. From what I've heard, I'm not crazy for them. I would get this. I do have their Stankonia, and I do like the Strokes, so I'd get some of that. Jay Z, nope, not interested at all. Not my thing. Alicia Keys, nope, not interested. So we're in December. We're in January, and nope, nope. So far, only two albums. Two albums. Nope. Kanye West, nope, definitely not. Not nope. No, I'm sure it's probably good. Probably something I should probably sample, but nope. Modest Mouse, nope. See, this is why I'm not doing my typical video because how would I do it? I have to do it in this way. That's not nope, not really curious. I'm not into that emo music really much. There's very little that I don't that is okay. The tip no, I probably would like it, but no, I like Bjork. I don't know. I probably would have to try to play some more. I have a Dookie. I have a greatest hits, but I don't have that yet. I do want it. No, Elliott Smith. Nope. Again, I'm not interested in getting any Eminem at all. So no. I mean, look, we're already now going into the, 2005, and still I'm not interested. I'm focusing on so much other music. No, no Jennifer Lopez. No, no. I don't know who Jack Johnson is. Again, I'm so unaware of so much of this stuff. And I'm not into Mariah Carey. Gorillas, Demon Days. There we go. Now we're getting a three so far. That's three now. Oh, there's four. There's four. I do have that. And only because they were, cheap enough. No, I bought the Gorillas brand new. Kanye West, nope. I bought Parachute really cheaply. So, but I like again. I don't Fiona Apple. I have Title, but I would love to hear this album too. I love yeah. System of a Down again. Yeah. Why not? I do. Lil Wayne, the Carter too. I actually kind of like three a little bit. Not totally, but for the most part. Nope. Arctic Monkeys, nope. Jay Dilla, nope. I don't know. I'm not familiar. I don't have any real interest. Prince, maybe, but again, depends. Pink, no. You see, I mean, I love Purple Rain. Red Hot Chili Peppers, okay. I get this. I like Purple Rain. I like the Batman soundtrack, but I need to sample more Prince to really know if I like. anymore. Muse, I've been kind of disappointed with Muse, but this could be a good album. I haven't heard it. Beyonce, nope, nope, not into Beyonce. Again, Justin Timberlake, no. So far. In September, and no, I'm not into that emo stuff. Sorry, but only four. So four from this list that I want. Yeah, no, I like Gwen Stefani. I have to hear that. I have some of the No Doubt. I have a couple No Doubt stuff. No, no. I probably would like it, but no. I probably would like it, but no. I haven't. Not on my radar. Probably would like it, but it's not on my radar. I have to hear more. Again, and Arctic Monkeys show up, and I don't know them. So, I mean, Linkin Park never was interested. I was so. I get that. I get that. I like White Stripes. I want more White Stripes. Spoon. This sounds interesting. I probably would like it. Gotta investigate further. I like MIA. I like this album from MIA. Kala is a good album. I like Paper Planes from it. Again, Kanye West. Nope. Radiohead. Again, I need to sample more Radiohead, but I'm sure it's a band that I like. Not interested in Alicia Keys. It's tragic what happened to her and everything, but not interested. No, not interested. Not interested. Wow, so far again, 2008, and I'm only four that I have, that I own. One's coming up here, not far. No, probably would like it, but no, I am not really interested. I thought what's coming up here is very shortly is one of the best comebacks. After three kind of really for me really mediocre albums for their catalog, then they come out with it's coming. Nope, not this. Nope, didn't like this. And I went to go see this. I've actually, yeah, there we go. There's Death Magnetic. I went to see the show for that too, and that was awesome. For free. That's another story for another day. I already told it on my channel before, but that's it. Pretty much. It's five albums. You know, starting with the Ramstein, then I need to get more into that Animal Collective. I need to listen to that more. There's something it was introduced to me. MF Doom. I should listen to more of that too. But yeah, so Ramstein. That's what I have. That's what I have. Okay, that's what from this whole list. There's so much, and mind you, okay, if you want, it's month by month, right? So of course he's missing so many other artists that should be on this list. And of course, who wasn't on this list in the 2000s. That is, my favorite band of all time. My favorite album of all time, Lateralis, was not mentioned. In 2001. And of course 10,000 Days was not mentioned for 2006. So that's why I didn't do a normal video for that. Let's go back, back here. Yeah, the Hives. Wait, let's go back onto the Hives uh, as I do my outro. Where is that? Where's the Hives? Oh yeah, right there. Boom. Yeah. So there we go. There's my there's my iconic albums of the. So I might do a not iconic albums series because this is the last episode, but I might want to talk again about those iconic albums for me that I own from the 2000s that I consider iconic and should have been mentioned. Uh, as I said with these two. But everybody, I'm going to let you go now. And if you are watching this for the first time, please consider subscribing. I will love you and greatly appreciate it. See how See how I put the like button? I did that with every video. I do that pretty much at every video. I don't understand why more people just don't hit the like button. It's like we live in a fickle society. Just love everything. Love, spread love and joy, and it will come back to you. It will eventually. It does. It does come back to you. So, okay, I'm gonna let you go. Everybody, be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. Don't forget to comment because I will try to comment back when I can. And yeah, everybody have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.